Hello again, everybody. Today's edition of So You Want to Be Yak's Bend brings us to Ogrewatch, once again in EB on the red side. Very, very easy to defend tower if you know what you're doing. Very much like a back tower like Veloka would be. Although not quite as defendable as Veloka. You'll see this treb right here. I'm going to start with this today because it's such a unique position to place siege. Now that was just a tap. There's obviously a lot of range you can get on this, but primarily this is a door treb for that. It used to be when white swords were a thing. That you would see the white swords on Ogrewatch, you'd have someone immediately port back to the keep, run up here because the waypoint's right there, and onto this treb, and they would immediately start firing right at that door. That's all you need to do. Now it's a little tougher because as in white swords you need to have a scout, but at the same time it makes it really easy to defend because you only have to port and run 5 feet to get on the door treb while everyone else runs down this way. So we'll head on over here.
That feels better.
Okay, welcome. The destroyable wall, and this is another reason for having that treb there, it also hits this destroyable wall, so if you do lose this, you will have it back very fast, and it's almost impossible for an enemy to hold if you have that treb up there. There's no way to take that treb out without breaking through the outer, or possibly trebbing it down. I've never seen it done, but usually it's just people just flip it to keep it paper. But once again, your oil and all its crappiness. Your cannon here, let's go ahead and take a look at the range on that for everybody. Hurts a lot, because look how far you can hit into that cave there for Pangloss. Pretty good distance all the way up into the ogre camp. And you can't quite get up into where the trebs would be, but that's not a problem because I have other siege for that. Okay. Mortar will be up there, and let's head up there real quick.
I channel the wind. Glorious.
Okay, this is a very good mortar, actually, compared to a lot of the really crappy ones in the game. Full power will hit kind of in the spot where the trebs are put up in here, so you can have a minor defense on this thing. Oops. Let's go ahead and fire this. So as you can see, this does clear the lip there of the cliff, and will hit at least some of the treb spots up in there that are used to usually take down this or clear siege in here. So this mortar is definitely useful. It also, if you have the full mastery, which I don't on this character, you can hit out in here with it if you don't have any other siege to get to. So while we're up here, let's go ahead and start with these things here. I didn't have to lay much siege here because someone had already sieged it up. I think I only laid an AC or two. But the ballista obviously can hit. It's used for katas out in here, or if they put a ballista out there, or sometimes they'll put an AC or something here to cover this. But meteor shower can clear all this, and so can dragon's tooth. So it's you gotta watch for people coming over here to try and AoE it. I think even the staff one on fire can hit it too. But the same thing with the AC here, you can hit out in front. will also cover out here, and will give you, having a bunch of ACs up in here would be a really smart idea, because you cover all of this. You also cover the entrance from the wall, anything up in here if they come up here, and their entire run all the way up and around into here. Let's see how close we can get with that. And you see how close you have to get to destroy this AC, so you got plenty of room here to work with on that AC. So you probably want to have more than just that one. Okay, let's move on to this treb here. This treb is a similar, I didn't place this, someone else did, but it's similar to the mortar. I haven't moved it either, so wherever they have targeted. So you can see it does get up there quite a bit. You can get anything that's kind of hanging over the lip right in here. But I think this would be more useful for trebbing down stuff out in here, or gassing them with the cow as they're kind of running around out in that area, or as they try to go up Pangloss. And then on up here, I'm going to mention this again in this video. Ogrewatch does give you some spots to siege, either attack Veloka. You got to be careful if there's anything over here to counter it, or defend. If you notice, this Kata will hit kind of in the Kata wall area. Put a little more power on that than we did. And this one, let's see how far this one goes, which is a tab. Should hit the gate. Yeah, just about. So you can see that here at Ogrewatch, you can defend all of Veloka really, pretty easily, which just makes Veloka that much harder to take. And Ogrewatch pretty important. And like I said, you can, if you want to clear stuff off of up here, you can lay stuff in here and hope you catch them off guard. But if they're watching and they have something to defend it, your stuff's not going to stay up because they have elevation, so they can use less power, which means they can hit faster, and your trebs will go down. Or ballista, supposedly, if you might be able to see. Treb's too far away for a ballista. There you go. Yeah, you might be able to hit it from here with a ballista. But really, you only want to do that to be a pest, and typically you'll have other things more important to be doing as a commander. Now, for door treb for this, that's an in-tower door treb, I should say, with this one. Anywhere in here is pretty good for door treb. You want to put as far back as you can to prevent them from getting a good angle at with an AC on the gate. But there's lots of room to work with for a door treb in here. Now ACs, there aren't any put up in here, but if you can get up here, some people can get up there easier than others. ACs up on this rock are always good for covering this right here. Although also the treb up there can cover right here if there's any cannons put down. Ballista, this is primarily for like if they put a ballista up here, you can get it down pretty quick. ACs aren't a bad thing to put on this depot, nor is a treb or a catapult. Well, more likely a treb, not necessarily a catapult. If you need to kill anything out in here that's going up or out in there, a treb right there to kill stuff out there. Ballista can also hit out there. Is really handy, and a treb for you could probably use the door treb for this, for hitting catas that would be out there. You can also use the keeps door treb. As far as AC goes, it's pretty basic placement. You don't want to put it on the destructible wall if you can avoid it, because it can destroy the siege when the wall falls, and it's kind of a waste. But other than that, ACs are pretty basic. You have the the typical stairway placement here that gives you a little more defense against meteor showering and necro wells. You have right here you have kind of a ramp defensive spot. It gives you much more room. You can kind of hit the door there, you see, but more so for out here. And just anti-personnel fire, really. This one I did place just to kind of be a little more thorough. But it's for, you know, if there's a fight in Pangloss coming out, you can get in there pretty well. And you can hit the door from here. The rams will be down in there, much easier to hit. Okay, so there's our defensive placement here. I'm gonna start with this nice little whip over here. You can see that the ballista pops up, and if I click right there, I can target the mortar because I know where it's at. Oh, great. Normally I'd fight that guy, but I'm in the middle of something. And a DDLE versus a DDLE fight isn't going to go anywhere. So.
Currents flow by my will.
Anyways, before that guy interrupted me, you can see that I have the mortar targeted, which means I could hit pretty much anything up in here in the war room from down there. And thankfully someone's on the cannon here so they can help keep the area clear while I do this. There's numerous places for ballistas and a lot for this tower. You can see you could hit anything. You could hit almost anything in this tower from here with a ballista. And you know, obviously the cannon's going to smack you right there if they're paying attention, but it gives you a good vantage point. Same with right in here. A good place for a ballista, like I said earlier. Okay. Now this is also a really good vantage point for another ballista or an AC to clear siege. Additionally, you can put katas all the way kind of right in here to hit that wall. And that will give you much more protection against a lot of the siege. Like the ballista may be able to hit you. It's maybe with a splash. This is kind of the edge of the ballista's range right here. So they'll have to target, and you got some defense a little bit from that trap. God damn it! People just won't let me do my thing today. Want them to fight. Anyways, I have to do it for. This is why I don't usually. This is why I usually do these things in the middle of the night. It's actually morning right now. If you notice from the EU time there, or morning NA for me. So you can kind of see some of the siege in action here, keeping those guys at bay. Since they're doing that, I want to stay alive while I do a recording, not fight. You can also be putting katas up in here, all the way up in here, or trebs. Additionally, we don't have SM at the moment. I'll go up there in a second. But you can treb this wall from the SM with just the right placement. I want to say that's it for attacking this tower other than the basic ram placement. Katas anywhere in here would work. You gotta be really careful because of the treb up in the keep there can kind of hit right in here. So placement there kind of sucks.
I'm fast as the wind.
Let's go ahead and head up here to SM and I'll try and point out where it is. Hopefully it's open so I can get in there and show you. Nope, not open. Okay, well, on the other side of this, kind of right in here. There's, if you put it up against the wall on the ground part, kind of level with this right here, you will be able to hit both the keep walls there, kind of, and get out of here, I think. And the Ogrewatch walls, and it puts a lot of pressure on them to.
I've channeled the wind.
Anyways, that's pretty much it for the Ogrewatch video. If you have anything to add, feel free to let me know. Once again, this one was done on Seafarer's Rest, because it's a little more dead at this hour than JQ, because JQ has a lot of sea coverage. I'll go ahead and put in comments if you have anything, and make sure I give you credit, and thank you for watching. Hello again, this is an addendum to the Ogrewatch 1. Now that we have SM, I can show the actual spot. Kind of here in the grass is where you want to put them, because it makes it so they can't AoE them down from the outside if you want to hit that wall in Ogrewatch. The same trebs can be turned to hit that wall, and it's a pretty secure spot as long as they're not trebbing the keep, or trebbing from the keep, and opening this wall, because the second they get any wall open on SM, they can rush in here and kill your trebs. But until that time, these are really nasty trebs to have up. Thank you.